Right now we're selling pipe. Right now we're selling pipe. Right now we're selling pipe. Right now we're selling.
Hey, welcome back, people. This is Platinum TV. Today we're doing a Ford Explorer front struts. Customer came in, say that it's making a noise while turning. Checked it out. What's happening? The spring is binding when you turn the wheel, so it's making a real loud clunking noise. So we're about to replace them. So I'm gonna show you all what the struts look like. So this is what we're replacing the struts. These are called quick struts. Brand new strut, coils, strut mount, bolts. So we're gonna replace the whole assembly into the vehicle. So we're gonna take all of that, we put it in. So first, we're gonna get here and remove the wheel. It's already jacked up and supported. So we get the wheel off and let's go. So we're gonna take the wheel off. Once we get the wheel off, this is the strut assembly right here. This is what we're going to disconnect. There's several bolts. It look like maybe 21 or 22s to disconnect. So we get the socket down and start disconnecting so you can see step by step and how to do this. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to disconnect the ABS wire from the strap. So we're going to pull that piece out. We're going to use your little clip. Pull that out from the strut as well. Let's leave it set aside. That's step one. Step two, disconnect the stabilizer link. So they may not come out all the way. You put yourself a pair of vice grip and hold it from the back. Because right now it's spinning. You want to get a clamp in there so you can hold that nut in the back and take it off. There you go, the link is disconnected. Step two, press step three. Disconnect the two bolts that hold in the strut. One here and then the one right below it. Those are 22 millimeters. Now, the stabilizer length is 20. This is a 22. And the strut bolts are 24s. Let's go back those out of place. Get them loose. Next step, you take your hammer and hit the bolt outwards. You're going to hit here and bring the bolt out this way. So you get the hammer, pick the bolts out. Always leave the nut on it so you don't mess the treads up. So let's do it slowly. Tap it until it goes through. Get it for you now. You walk the strut and you disconnect it with the bolts out. Last step, we're about to go to the top of the car and disconnect the top of the mount. So let's go to the top. Let's see. Alright, so this is the last step. You got 4 bolts to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 15 millimeters. Once you loosen them up, that will drop the whole strut. So let's get them loose to remove the whole complete strut out of the way. You got the nuts off from the tree and the one in the back, so I have the last one here. So what happens, that one is already loose. But if I push up on the strut, as you can see it move, I just remove the nut and the strut comes out. But I'm going to give you from the bottom view on how it looks and how to do it. So once you have the last nut ready to remove it, push up on the strut, hold the strut in place, and remove the nut from the top. Once you remove the nut, the strut comes out. The strut is out. So now I'm going to show you the difference, because the two sides, the left and the right sides are different. So I'm going to show you how you can identify which side is which. So this is the old strut. As you can see, how you can identify which one is the left and which is the right. Sometimes the struts come with a stamp. And some crosshair, it might have an R or an L on either side. But this one doesn't come with it. So how you tell the difference, which part you remove the stabilizer link, look at this one versus that one and this one. So if you line them up, you can tell these two are the same because the bolt, this bracket is on the right side. If you put the other side, the bracket is on the opposite side, on the left side. So this one goes on the right side. This one is for the left side, which is the driver. So this is the one we're going to install on the driver's side. Come with 4 new nuts. It's already preset, so we're about to put it in the car. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this and we're going to put it up in here. Once we get up in here, the 4 holes, we're going to line the top of the mount in there. Hope y'all can see it. The top of the mount is going to line up with those 4 holes. Once you get it lined up, it will come up in here, and then you put the new nut on top of it to hold it in place. So let's get that done so you can see what you need to do. Don't forget, this part always facing forward. This is always facing forward. So you want to get it up in there. And then line it up with the hole. Now the strut is in. Now for you to see how the top is. I can see I got 1 bolt here and the next one in here. So what you want to do, finish putting the rest bolts on to the top. You don't tighten it, you're gonna tighten these down last. But you just want to catch the bolts first to make sure they're in there holding the strut in place. Now the 4 bolts are back up top. We go back to the bottom now and then connect everything else. Alright, so the bolts up top is connected with the strut, and then you twist it like that and you put it in. You can always turn it. Once you have those bolts up top, you can always turn the strut to face forward. So what you do? Take this out, stabilize the link, and put that back in. Sometimes it may give you trouble, and if you do, go back up top and you tighten the bolts up top so you can lift the strut back up. So up top. Alright, tighten one of the bolts back up so you can lift the strut up and put the stabilizer link to go back in properly. Once you put the stabilizer in it, do not tighten it as yet. You want to go and put the knuckle back in as well before you do all of that. So everything, all the bolts are back in. Yeah, make sure all the bolts are back in before try tighten it, or it can be a little difficult afterwards. All you have to do is line that up. Make sure the holes are lined up. Push the bolts back in for the strut. Shouldn't be no fight. Tap those in. Okay, have locking rivets on those on the other ends, so let's tap it in. Once everything is back in place, you can tighten up the bolts again. The strut bolts, 24 millimeter. And the stabilizer link, which I latch it from the back again. From the bolt. Latch it, switch your socket to the 21. Tighten up that wire. Once those are tight, now we can put the ABS wire back on here. And then we go back to the top. Let's take the plug for the ABS, the wire, plug it back in the strut, slide that back into the bracket. That's it for the bottom. The strut is now installed. All we have to do is go back to the top and tighten up the rest bolts up top. All we have left to do, tighten these bolts back up all the way, and that's it. Make sure the bolts are tight. These are 15 millimeters still. All you do is just tighten it all, then back up. I'm using a swivel head ratchet. That makes it much easier, especially for the back works. If you use a regular ratchet, then it's going to take a little bit of time. But with a swivel head, it gives you the clearance and the room to get it done. So as you can see, all 4 bolts are tightened again. That's good to go. So we're about to put the wheel back on, and we'll be done then. Let's put this wheel on real quick. Put this wheel back on. Always put your lug nuts on by hand. And you don't want to put them on with an impact on and it mess the nuts up. Once you start them by hand, then you can use the impact. The strut is finished. That's how you do it. Simple little quick easy steps. about 4 little easy steps, but it should be able to help you get it done yourself without you having to go spend an arm and a leg to get them done. That's all I got for y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. This is Platinum VI TV. And today, once again, we did some quick struts. Didn't took no more than 20 minutes or less. So I hope this helped you all out there who's trying to do it from home. And I'm out.